All right, this is Mr. Moody here, and what I'm trying to do today is walk you through posting onto your ELA blog. The three pages that you should have open in your browser to do this are Canvas, so you can look at the assignment. You should also have your Google presentation, the Google slide deck, which has it is your actual blog itself, where you'll be posting your blog. And then you'll have your website open too, so you can see when that updates, just to make sure that everything updated correctly. So you never have to change anything on this page, because when you update your blog, for example, this first blog post is going to be August 16th or 17th, depending on the day that you're posting. So August 16th, 2018, when I update that, if I reload this page, the Google site page, because I've embedded that Google slide, it just changes automatically here. So now that says August 16th. I don't have to change it in two places. I just have to change it in the Google presentation in Google Slides. So what we'll do first is just make sure you understand the assignment. So to get to the assignments, go to Modules in Canvas and Language Arts. Find the Blog Topics and Overview button. Go in there. This will change quarter to quarter, kind of what it looks like and the different topics that you'll be writing on. But it's a weekly blog post. Depending on if you're in Honors or regular ELA, the length requirement is a little bit different, and the topics that you're writing on are generally different as well. I'm just going to use the ELA blog menu here as an example, but it's very similar to what you'll see in Honors too. So when you click through to the blog menu, you've got your main dishes. Everybody is required to do these throughout the quarter. We'll talk about when you do each one of those in class. You'll get to choose from this selection for any time you have a choice. You'll choose from these. And then you have some optional ones too if you'd like to extend and into something more creative. You'll notice I have a lot of artwork up around my classroom. Things that you do for that, you could always post in the classroom or post on your blog, and just be proud of those things that you do. Those are extras, though. They're not required. So I'm going to click on this first one, because this is what we're going to be working on this first day of blogging in class, Know Thyself. So when I click that, it takes me immediately to that slide. I can get back to the main menu if I'm lost in the slide deck just by clicking at the top right-hand corner. But I click Know Thyself. It takes me to this page. Write about yourself as a reader. What kinds of books did you like in elementary school? At different points in your life, how has your attitude towards reading changed? What's the last book you actually read cover to cover? How do you pick out books to read? What are your top 3 all-time favorite books? Are you where you want to be as a reader? Be open and honest. No judgment here. So it's written in paragraphs. We have to do the length requirement. Just make sure you're following the length requirement that's on that slide. Most often it'll be 150 words for ELA, 250 words for Honors, both of which will fit on one of our slides pretty easily. When you're drafting your post, I'm going to go back to my blog post here. I do not want to draft right here. This is where I will put my final draft, okay? My final draft will go here. When I'm drafting, though, just so I can get word counts and use all the editing tools that we love in Google Docs, I'm going to go to File, New, and make a new document, okay? That new document I'm going to call August, well, let's call it the title of the actual blog post, which is Know Thyself, okay? Know Thyself blog post. And I can start drafting that here. There are a bunch of guiding questions in here, so in my draft I may just begin by answering some of those questions. I do want to make sure I have an intro, body, conclusion type structure, so I may start with an introduction like, reading is something that I loved as a younger student, but in the last few years, I have not loved it as quite as much. So that could be kind of an introduction type thing. It could even add a little bit more, just thinking about, I know that reading is important and do actually enjoy getting into a great book, but I find it hard to find. I find it difficult to make time to read with everything else going on in my life. Okay, that would be a nice little introduction. So then maybe I start answering some of these questions, like maybe I do a paragraph about elementary school. While in elementary school, I read books almost every week. One of my favorite all-time series is Harry Potter. My parents read the first book to me when I was young, and from day one, I was absolutely enthralled. Okay, so like you just keep typing, start a new paragraph when you have a new train of thought, a new topic, and then end with a conclusion paragraph. So I'm just going to copy and paste here to show you what it might end up looking like. Maybe this one's a little bit longer. I check my word count, so I go up to Tools, check my word count. I'm at 174 words, so I'm already over 150 words right now. If I'm an honors student, I have to go a little more in depth. Okay, so I'm going to be maybe adding another body paragraph, and then I end with my little paragraph here, wrapping things up. We call that a conclusion paragraph. Okay, so I've got that. Double check, make sure I'm at 250 if I'm in honors. Word count, 267. Boom! Presto. So I'm going to copy this. I don't see any lines for editing errors. I'm double checking that my titles are italicized for books. Paragraphing is right. Spelling is right. And I copy this and I paste this into... Where is it? Let's see here. It's gone. There it is. It's in a different tab. I paste this into where this says Final Draft. So boom, paste it in there. There's my blog post. I could add an image if I wanted to. So I could insert an image. I could search the web for Harry Potter because that's the book I mentioned in my writing. Harry Potter. Let's see. Here's a good one of maybe just the HP. That's kind of cool. So I'm going to unselect this one. Just select this. Double click. Pop in the HP. That's huge. Make it a little bit smaller. And I wonder if I can wrap the text around that. Format options. Adjustments. Nope. Size and position. No. I can't figure that out. Well, anyways, there should be a way to sort of wrap the text around that. I can't figure it out right now, so I'm going to delete it and just show you what that's going to look like on our final web page. So I will reload my Google site, and what I'll see posted on the very first page is my Harry Potter blog post. So now I have my Harry Potter blog post on there. I forgot a title in my name. So I'm going to go back here. I'm going to add what's the title of this one? Know Thyself. Know Thyself. Your name. Mr. Moody. Know Thyself. Know Thyself. Know Thyself. Mr. Moody. Go back, reload this, boom. And now that I have a blog post posted, the date is right, the title is right, my name is on there, this is on here, I love it, I'm going to publish, okay? So I click publish. It has been published successfully. I'm going to click view. It opens up. Here's my blog. It's live. I could send this to my grandmother in Topeka, Kansas, and she could read this, and it would absolutely make her day. Okay. There's your website. We will be doing this throughout the year. Feel free to ask me if you have any questions. Thanks, guys.